And surely you will test them with something of the fear and the loss of property, life, and crops, and glad tidings to those who are patient one. The ibtila, the challenge, the loss, the fear, the bereavement, the resentment, loss of ambitions, loss of health. The list can really carry on, but those challenges, those obstacles, those trials and tribulations, they are intrinsic to our experience here on dunya, here in this reality. So if you're a Muslim, if you're a person of faith, the message, clear message in the Quran is that the building blocks to your identity is not only following 5 daily prayers, fasting here and there in Ramadan, attending to pilgrimage or to sadaqah, to charity. Building strong character is also based outside of routine, is also based with those shocks in life, because that's what ibtila brings to you, shock to your system. And then there is a real trial. Then there is a moment of truth. How are you going to react? How these routines, which you implemented or not, how sincere they were, how effective they going to be in time when it's most needed. There was a story about a mother who grieved her daughter's death, and the Prophet ﷺ happened to pass by, and he advised her sabr, patience. She didn't recognize him, and she started panicking. She went into her drama. How dare you? Who do you think you are? You don't know what happened. This is my beloved daughter, blah, blah, blah. And then after some time, when people told her who was it that gave her advice, that it was Prophet ﷺ, she came to him to apologize, ﷺ. And the advice that she had, the advice that we're hearing, the advice that we need to adhere to is that it's too late. It is in that moment of ibtila, of a shock to your system, when patience, perseverance, and holding on to the rope of Quran is needed. And it's not given to anyone. It's really not given to anyone. This requires self-work. This requires consciousness. This requires stamina, spiritual stamina. And you have enough time, inshallah. For some of us, it's a bit longer here in this dunya. For some of us, it's a little bit longer, shorter, longer. It doesn't really matter, but you have your time to practice it. You have your time to build your spiritual stamina. You really do have that time. You really do have that privilege, and you have enough opportunities. That's how I want you to think about ibtila. It's only opportunities. And statistically speaking, you Muslim or you're not Muslim, you believer or you're not believer, we all going to experience those shocks. In fact, as I'm speaking here to you right now, there is global psychology led research, and that is World Health Organizations. They make us aware that it is about 265 million people suffering right now with depression, 285 million people suffering with anxiety, and 31 million people with substance disorders. 1 billion people live right now with some sort of disability, some sort of this disability, and that is 15% of the global population. 689 million people living extreme poverty, and that is less than £1.50 a day. And 5.5% of the global population is now unemployed. 50% of the global population is going through divorce, and 1 in every 3 women are going or are at the moment experiencing domestic abuse. 500 cases yearly. It is yearly reported that 500 cases of large environmental disorders are affecting throughout the year. That means it will they will affect next year, maybe a little bit more than 500, let's see, are affecting local, or maybe more than just local, uh, communities. And the side effects of mental health diseases, poverty, economic or political discriminations or overlooking of needs of population, relationship issues, natural disasters, uh, challenges, they all having a bearing a taxing effect on our mental health, be it a PTSD, depression, our economic challenges, um, and our spirituality foremost. And if you, and I did, and if you look at those statistics and you narrow them to Muslim community, if you narrow them to our community, right? What's striking is that 50% of us in Muslim community, not 50%, we experience twice as big numbers if you compare us to any other minority. It is a Muslim community, it is Muslims themselves who are experiencing twice as big numbers of all of those which I just quoted, as specifically mental health issues. So what I'm trying to say is that depression, anxiety is suicidal thought. You being as a Muslim, you will experience twice likely than any other minority, any other representative of any other race or nationality. So have they thought that they will say, I believe, and they not be tested? And in the end of the times, it will be so hard to hold on to the rope of Islam, so hard to hold on to the deen, as almost as if it is you holding a hot, burning hot coal. That's where we are. And that's what's coming. That's what's happening right now to all people around you. Statistically speaking, twice as hard it's going to hit you as a Muslim. That's what's going on. That's from Allah. That's in your qadr. That's the nature of this dunya. So don't ignore ibtila. Don't minimize this phenomena, this process uh, of life. Don't forget that there are beds of roses. There are sweet moments in this dunya. They are, but there are also moments which requiring from you finding new ways, new strategies, new mindset, new uh, new methods of you showing up for yourself, for your family, for your community, and for most for religion, for your beliefs, for your ethics, for yourself, and for your akhirah. And this is one of the reasons why I'm running this beautiful 5 days program called From Trials to Tranquility. It's based on Islamic psychology, so everything that is taught there, it's tayyib, halal, clinically proven, and I can't give you really promises because we all on individual basis, but this is one of my best, really. I sincerely invite you. We start delivering it live on the 3rd of June, and that is tomorrow. I'm going to hold for 5 days private group where I'm going to check your homeworks. I'm going to answer all your questions because there will be plenty questions, giving the depth of the material which I'm going to present. There are going to be bonuses. And there's going to be a beautiful community of like-minded souls who've been on their journey and have so much to share, and we have so much to learn from them. I personally speaking can't wait. And I can't wait to see you there. Assalamu alaikum.